Hey, good morning everybody. It's Brian today with Hollis Farms. A little slow day today, not a lot going on. Wife and the girls are out of town at the beach. Jake's got a little project he's working on at home. Jason and Brad are up at the Cherokee Speedway, the Street Stock Showdown this weekend, so thought I'd ride down the farm and kind of check on what's going on down here. See what I hadn't been down in a while. I know Jason's got the clover looking good. Oh, there's a nice little buck just across the road. Oh, I'm gonna try to go also check. The loggers moved in last week. Gonna kind of see what they got going on, doing some thinning. So we will be back and ride around. I don't know what we're gonna do this evening. Jake and I thinking about grilling, and then probably gonna end up out at Magnolia Speedway tonight. I hadn't got my car ready yet, but probably gonna go out to watch him race. I think it's super late miles of running tonight, a state series race, so we'll end up out there and do some video in there too. So y'all hang on. All right, y'all, thought about something I want to show you while I'm down here. Jake's been trying to get the fish population right in this lake. Y'all seen us fishing in some, and we've put the turtle trap in it. He had an idea. He wants to try to raise some brim and bass to more or less stock this pond. But some of the things he's been reading up on, or this lake been reading up on, is how good it is to raise these fish, raise them from fingerlings to big enough to release into your lake. Let me show you. He had an idea. We are going to build some baskets, more or less like a hatchery, and as we catch brim and bass or whatever, we can place them in these baskets. But let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to, y'all remember the turtle trap? You can see it right out there, that white PVC trap floating. I see a few turtles out there now. We need to catch some more. But anyway, what we're going to, my SD card quit on me. Had to change cameras. Anyway, we're going to build some wire baskets with some 2x4 frames that are going to span across this slip right here. You could just put as many as you want to put in there. I don't really know how big he's going to make them. That's about, I'm going to get some measurements in a minute, but about 4 feet across. It'll probably make them 4 feet wide, so it'll hold quite a few fish. 4 foot deep, I would have guessed. But what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to have some baskets that sit in here, in this slip right here. We can get to both sides when we get ready to dump them into the lake. One of us can walk around the other side there. One of us right here. Pick them up by the frames we're going to build and dump them into the same water that they're going to be living in. So that's the plan. So I'm going to get some measurements here. I think Jake had intended to come down here and do this today, but I'm going to save him a trip. We'll get those built pretty soon. That'll be another video we'll do pretty soon. Then we're going to start trying, I don't know what his plan is, to try to catch these little bass and brim. I think there's a lot of small fish in here, but we've also got to fertilize this lake. That's another thing that's in the plan. We're going to got to get some more vegetation growing in the bottom of it. It's just too clear. So that's the plan. I'm going to get some measurements here. Then we're going to ride on around and see what the timber guys have done this week. And one other thing I forgot to tell y'all about, Jake's plan was to, of course, we're going to build these baskets here to raise the fish in, but we're going to let you look over my shoulder here. Somewhere up in these rafters, so we're going to hang a feeder, like a little broadcast feeder. I think we control it with some kind of shroud or something on the bottom of it, so we can control it where the fish food will just fall in these baskets. Of course, anything that misses the basket is still going in the lake anyway. But that's the rest of the plan. So you'll see we'll be building the baskets down here and hang a feeder right up here, and then it'll be easy. Once the fish get big enough to turn them out, like I said, we'll have the basket sitting in here, 2x4 handles spanning across here. We'll just get on each side, pick them up, and dump them right in the lake. Hopefully that'll work. And that, along with fertilizer I mentioned earlier, it's a pretty lake. It's a beautiful place to come down and fish. It just hadn't been managed right over the years. We hadn't taken the time to do it, but that's something we're going to try to do. All right, well, I got those measurements for Jake. I'm going to ride on up here and see where those loggers were working this week. I think they started then. See if we can have any idea how much they got done. All right, I see the loggers are working over here. We're going to ride over that way, but I want to show you first. This is that cut over from last year. Y'all saw, I guess a month or so ago, guy come in here in a helicopter and spray this. You can see it killed everything. We did change the chemical mix this year. It won't typically spray and it knocks all this stuff back for 4 or 5 years, but this time we sprayed a little bit different to let more of the grassy stuff come back up. Still gonna eliminate the brushy hardwood stuff, but we want to free up some browse to come back up a little quicker, so provide some more deer food here. So anyway, you can tell he really nuked it. He got it. It's dead as a hammer. Really give those pine trees a boost. They'll be planted this coming winter. These will get planted, so they'll be ready to go. You can tell we bedded it and use that big bedding plow. Gets the trees up out of the competition. They say it gives them a year or two boost over the over trees just planted in without bedding them. So it costs a little more to prep for that, but it should pay off in timber production down the road. Get those trees a good jump start, weed out some of the competition. All right, y'all see they got it going pretty good. Had such a wet winter and really, really wet spring. Been a little delayed getting started this year, boy. It's hot and dry now. Got the one processor going and one skidder. I don't know if they got all this wood cut on the ground yesterday and they're skidding up to the pile today, or if there's another cutter down there. I can't hear it. Not really where I can ride the Ranger down there without getting in their way. One cutter sitting right here, so I don't know. I doubt there's another. I think he probably cut him a bunch so he can skid it up here and get it ready. Chuck's on here, I guess. I don't know if the mills are open on Saturday or not. It may be. Hope they are. Boy, fun to watch this good equipment run. Guys that know how to run it. We're gonna go on, look around a little bit more, and see what else we can get into.